How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be talking about something that I find personally really interesting, and I've seen it all over ESPN and even on the news lately, and it's should college athletes be paid? Now, this group of student athletes, the football team at Northwestern, is trying to push that college athletes should get paid for playing sports on the college level. Now, let me go ahead and state this real quick. College sports all around annually brings in around $6 billion. So every year they bring in $6 billion through college sports. So, commercials and seats and things like that. So the money is definitely there to pay them. Now, one of the biggest questions is, are they actually employees? Like, is it actually a job? The college students playing sports at a college level. And in CAA, the board said it's technically not a job. They are students at college. They are not employees for the college. But the football players at Northwestern went to the laborers union and asked and submitted a paper or whatever. I don't know the full details. I'm not going to act like I do. But pretty much the labor union said it is a job. They are earning money for the colleges and they could potentially be paid. Now, that's pretty interesting that college athletes actually could end up getting paid. And like I said, $6 billion. The money is there to pay them. And I'm not sure how the whole tax thing would work out and this and that. But pretty much the football players' argument from their side is that, what if they get hurt? They're putting their health on the line every time they step on the field or the court. And if they could, ruin their entire career playing sports for college and then, not have any money or to make up for it and be in debt for paying for college and all this other stuff. But if it were to ever happen, if college athletes were to ever get paid, it would definitely be far down the road. It would not be anytime soon. So at the moment, this is really an opinionated topic. And my opinion is, I don't see why they shouldn't get paid. Or, excuse me, sorry. I don't see why, what the problem with them being paid. And they train their whole life to be able to play sports on that college team. They put the work in there. They put the effort in. And it would just I feel like it would give people more of a motivation to, play and practice sports and stuff like that. Give them more of a reason besides the fact that they want to be the best they possibly can be. I don't see what's wrong with it. They put work in their entire life for it. Now, I don't think they should be, multi-millionaire college players, but I don't see a problem with them getting a couple of $1,000s a month just to compensate for the amount of time they're putting into the sports and things like that. Or if they're not going to pay them, they could, do all football players get scholarships or something like that. I'm not saying they have to just, be handed cash, but I don't see a problem with them getting benefits in some way for playing sports on a college level. Like I said, they could, instead of paying them money like the students are asking, they could, give all the football players scholarship in return for playing football for the school and bringing in the school as much money as they do. They could go to the school for free or, something like that. And I know a lot of athletes do get scholarships, but a lot of them don't. And it's a pretty opinionated topic, like I said. And I'd love to hear what your opinion on the topic is. Just leave it down below in the comments. I don't see the problem with them getting paid. The money is definitely there. I don't exactly know where all that money goes. The $6 billion, probably. I mean, I know the electricity and they have to build the stadiums and things like that, but they're definitely pocketing a lot of that money, and I personally don't see a problem with it going to the football players in some way. I'm not saying they should just be handed a big check and, be millionaires walking around on college campus because they play football. And obviously, if it was implemented in football, it's slowly spread to basketball and baseball and other sports. So I'm not just talking about football either because, like I said, it will slowly spread to the other college sports if it is implemented. But it's just something that's thought-provoking. And obviously, when you play on the professional level, you get really big paychecks. And college at the moment, you don't get anything. So I'd love to hear your opinion on it. My personal one is I don't see a problem with it. They train their whole life for it. And not going to ramble too much on. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. I'd love to hear your thought on it. And that's pretty much that. Hope you enjoyed.